I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin de Verirrt.
Da-da.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came a
Quite busy recently.
Guess we can rest a bit.
It's been getting quite busy lately. Today's recommendation is the steak.
Midnight Vengeance.
No one escapes my...
It is. Ha! Ha!
I'll race you there! Let the show begin! Bet you can't keep up with me! Go, go, Barret Bunny! Oz, reveal! We can do this!
Forth, my blade! From whence you came!
Retribution!
A touch of frost!
Let's dance! Are you here to play with me? The merrier.
Swift and merciful!
Over here!
From whence you came!
This?
The citizens shine no longer. Odds revealed! My royal
A touch of frost! Submit for judgment! Shadows of fate! Destiny cannot be denied. Odds revealed! One with my blade!
This. Ha!
Oz, reveal! No one escapes my sight!
This.
Bet you can't keep up with... I'll race you there!
Swift and merciful. Spirit Blade. Force my blade.
Burn!
By royal decree.
One with my blade. From whence you came.
Time for retribution!
Let's dance!
One with my blade. One with my blade. From whence you came.
What is this?
Let me amuse myself.
One with my blade.
Look at me. Just once more. Let the show begin!
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade.
By royal decree. Yeah.
What is this?
One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack. blade.
Retribution!
Forth, my blade. From whence you came.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Retribution!
One with my blade.
Let the show begin!
Submit for judgment.
Retribution!
One with my blade. Submit for judgment.
Look. Customers? Oh, pardon me. No, just strange for him to not— I see. He was called away. I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have any— my apologies. I don't— If you need any help, just call my name. Thanks. No worries. Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler? The one who repelled Storm Terror? I've heard so many stories about you. Always— what do you— sorry. Still, you'd definitely be able to— There's that name again. Albedo. Is he— Apologies. But Paimon's only— Yes. He's dedicated himself to investigating the truth of this. We often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat, seeking his help. Wow! Still, I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure for— I don't see why not. Testing the limb. Albedo and Timaeus will be conducting research. I'm afraid you'll have to go to the entrance to the pass and look for him by yourselves. Sorry. That's the—
Hey, stop worrying. We got this. Sucrose is a whole lot less nervous when she gets talking about alchemy and research, huh?
Add as.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Come and have some hot tea. A single sword is more than enough.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about—
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more
But this event has commemorative—
hopes? That's odd, 'cause I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of—
I mean, sure.
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not...
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you... Who knows? Maybe this is someone's...
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Don't fret. Nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't, but if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that nun's...
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous...
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping...
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering...
And as for this outlander you seem to be following, the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested...
What? Do the nuns of Mondstadt have the authority?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we?
That doesn't sound right.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his... Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed I couldn't care what you think. Come on.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
I got careless. Picked the wrong time. Want a taste of my hammer? I got careless.
Swift and merciful.
I got careless.
From whence you came.
I got careless. Should replace my hammer.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Submit for judgment. One with my blade.
So quiet. Let's end this quickly.
By royal decree.
One with my blade.
This is bad.
Spirit blade.
I guess this is it.
Let the show begin!
Swift and merciful.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Seems like there's more to being a nun in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
By royal decree... Shadow Wave!
Retribution! Submit for judgment!
Let the show begin! Oz, reveal thyself! My rock... Let the show begin!
As you wish.
Let the show begin! La la la! Ha!
Retribution!
Gonna be epic.
Odds revealed!
Is that Albedo?
The word on the street is he loves sketching. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Sketches everywhere you...
But can't he see those? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's kick them out of the picture first.
Who are you? Thank the gods I'd already completed my sketch.
What's up with sketching hilly churls?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my sketch, it may give you a clue.
Wow. Look at the detail.
You can find these holy trolls anywhere, but take a look at this specimen. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities,
Hold your horses. Something tells me we found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you even... Ugh, what a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. But back to the point. From her word.
We met a girl in Mondstadt.
I see. So Then, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard a bit of everything. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility. Excellent. If I could procure your assistance. Forgive me. This must be confusing.
Whoa, whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed that's like you, in that it hails from another world.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend, but you're not from the known world. By observing...
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your time for a change of surroundings.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
has a question.
I don't know. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly light after awakening. Even...
No! Paimon's got a brain! But,
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious...
yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say the subject of my first research... How you're able to freely manipulate elements... Firstly, do you have any extra organs? Fascinating.
What a stupid question! Can't you see the... And another thing! It's Paimon!
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Oh, that rules out that, but that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Spring. No, that...
Hey! How would you...
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference, given that there's clearly a description. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. Let me lure a few slimes to the area.
Huh? Doesn't seem very...
Direct and clear observation are imperative. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring...
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Retribution!
Oz, reveal!
Retribution!
Wings of darkness!
Great work. If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. Now that we know that the external flow is...
Internal...
It's very simple. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your...
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you...
And in the
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary... Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. Just a warning. If an internal element... Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, it's a type of ore known as star silver. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some all going to plan. We should...
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns. Let's keep our eyes open.
Let the ship... Everybody stand!
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. I've added... While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report...
Whoa! Look at all the data!
I wouldn't call them results. I think the most rational direction would be to consider. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be...
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely a cryoregis or even a wobberfly. In that sense, things might get difficult.
Yes, sir. That sounds...
After all, we've got our primary data already. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic...
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was speaking of data. To complete our...
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was...
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and in conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone people are the same. They can understand, empathize, and when you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. But a peculiar person, they don't have much. For example, a human can't understand the life. To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your Timaeus. The results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Having you down as an animal wasn't very...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a... what Paimon meant to say was... That's the spirit!
Before we can proceed with our research, if you're interested...
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purpose. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between Take Tevat, for example. But worlds may well exist where only one... So, leaving elements to one side. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with... I suppose I have a curiosity for things that... Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat?
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to...
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly
Paimon bets you're just... It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Good buddies are always on the same...
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll... How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food?
That was fast.
Where does he get these ideas from anyway? Let's just do it the old-fashioned...
That was... An average outcome experimentally, as far as the proliferation hypothesis, unless...
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little...
Not to worry. And here's your portion. Enjoy.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipe. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, there are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper places, I managed to retrieve the majority.
Paimon's barely...
Don't worry if you can't locate them. If you had, say, superpower, I must have dropped them somewhere in the area.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could use... This must be electrohypostasis powder. The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy.
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. I'm wondering, this elemental...
Yep, guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. In essence, the differences between humans looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there. So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then I shouldn't get too excited. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical.
to jump.
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended. Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using them. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler.
But you followed us the whole way without...
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. If it turns out that if the natural laws of Teyvat do the innumerable possibilities...
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. I may be about to make some analogies between gold, petrified tree, the essence of the investigative process. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research. All these things that start out as objects of...
Oh, so that's why you wanted to sketch the...
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are...
So after all these experiments...
Of course not. You have been... Now, follow me.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Going
I imagine you must have encountered more. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do, a tried and tested adventure. So, let's see you in action. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Retribution!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. There's still a lot to learn about them. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery there. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the result of all this brain ache. Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the camp.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that
You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive.
Listen, sister, your guard's so high you can't even see over the—
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it!
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the.
But we don't even know what—
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a. Now then. All things considered, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one.
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh. Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's dance! Let the show begin!
You're back. Good You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way? Time for the results. We got a but the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is...
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able, the only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar. Is this but after I observed you, imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so,
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, is not nurturing otherworldly life.
Aww.
It would seem that that's as far as we go.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. A short life can be well lived. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel... Don't be sad. You've got Albedo, Paimon real...
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for... Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling in the future, if the need arises, well... I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the result... And what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections. But those born of chalk are free of If, one day, I lose control, destroy can I rely on you to stop me?
Look at that. Looks like someone made camp here. Are other people adventuring nearby?